So guys, whatever I'm sharing through this channel, if I'm gonna apply all these things into my reality in my life, then I can be this person who I never ever imagined. So that kind of capabilities are still within me, but I'm keeping all these things within me because of the embarrassment, awkwardness, or hesitation. So what if I come to what if I come to left all these things behind and I just come to see the my dream, my achievements, my rival. Then I come to work. Even all these things, mental issues are against me, but I come to break these kinds of rule that are against me. My hard work, my passion, my career. So this is your prime time. So as I'm getting older. My parents are already getting older. They have got older, and they have no much time. But I have the time that I have to work over my career. And a lot of people are dependent on me. My siblings, even my parents, they're not gonna, they can't work. They're still working, but one day will someday they can work. So this way, you have to work over your career. You have to be the backbone of your family or your parents. So simply, you have to hard work. You have to be financially stable and mentally fit. You always have to stay in a positive mental state, so then you can get something better in your life. So all these things are, your parents are wishing to get that to be to you. They want to see you as that person. But what you are doing, you're just scrolling and scrolling. You're not thinking about your career. You're just chasing the girls. You're living loose. You're the servants. You are actually staying as the servants of loose. What is this happening over here? So can't you think about your career with the what that clear vision? Be practical, man. Don't fail in. You mustn't have to lose yourself in a lust or that kind of things. Whatever you have addictions at this teenagers are falling, in depressions, anxiety, restlessness because of their own behavior, their own actions. So if they have little bit control, and if they are mentally mature, if they come to become practical, then they might not have ever engaged in all these kinds of things. So I recommend each and every person to be practical. You know, if you are not practical, then who cares about you, man? You will always stay as the same person, and then you don't even like to hard work in your career, and simply you're gonna be what that person, whatever is never imagined by other people who would like to with their career, who has a lot of degree in mobiology, or time osteology, and real astrology. You have only degree in all these things, or accept these, you are zero in everything. So that's why, just think about your career with a clear vision, strategy. You know, if you come to think about all these things at this present time, then somehow you come to work over your career. So that's really matters. So someday you realize that whatever you did in the past, or something like that, you come to realize, guys, that it is better how I never ever engage through this way or path, but somehow you choose that path. So that's why you're feeling regret. So you can't get anything even after regretting. But one thing you mustn't have to regret, remember that the past is past. So this time is to work on your current time with full conciseness, consistency, persistency, diligent personality, to what just to improve your mentality, your mental state, physical state. An entire family's life is on your hand. So that's why You have to be accountable even for your mistakes. uh, Even toward yourself you have to be accountable and responsible toward your family, you know, toward everything. So then way, so then you can somehow you can be the person that whatever other people used to imagine, you know. Even you must have to be that person like other people think about you, but you have to be the person whatever your parents imagined, you know. You have the, you don't have time. They did everything for you, they have sacrificed, you know. They, well, they did hard. They says everything for you, you know. But you, what you are doing over here? Just scrolling, not hard working on career, just staying as indolent person. Then you are not gonna improve your what? Your that mentality or that kind of strategy you cannot implement in real life. So in that case, you're gonna fail in life. So I recommend each and every person not to stay as a person, you know, because you are over here to hard work, to be diligent, you know. Somehow if you convince yourself at this teenage, then you can somehow, there is a possibilities, you know, that you can get something better, you know, than other people. But we're not comparing. We can't get anything from comparing. But you're gonna be that, you're gonna be someone, you know. Someday you're gonna be someone. So they come to say that this person used to be like that, you know. They, he has nothing, he had nothing, but this time what a miracle he has got. But this behind everything is a miracle. You, there is, there had you hard work, you know, your passion, your what obsessions, your discipline, inner inspiration, you know, that faithful toward your career. So that's why, and your parents, guardians, you know, the culture behind everything they had. So that's why you got, you able to get all these things because of your parents. So you have to remember that you are not over here just to stay as a indolent person. You know, even you got, you feel like you are in a perilous, devastating. Uh, you know, you feel like a lot of dilemmas just ahead. There are, so you are surrounded by dilemmas, but you have to keep working on your career. You have to move ahead without any hesitations. You know, that kind of things. Once you realize that you have to, it is better if I had hard work. What you, in the past times you come to realize, guys. So it is better to hard work in this present time, and then somehow you have to convince and have to hard work for your career. You know, and then you feel, you're gonna feel like you are true. You are really a diligent, really a proudful person who has to. If you are with someone, you know, they must have to feel proud to have to be with you. So a lot of people are gonna what, they're gonna think about it in this way. But one thing you mustn't have to what, neglect that you're gonna be that person, you know, who ever might not have imagined by anyone. So once you think that, you can also get the something really better than other. No, we're not talking about the better one person, better version. We are talking about the better version of you today, uh, better than yesterday. So that's our motive, to compare, is comparison with ourselves, our past, you know, whatever we did in the present time, that must has to be better than past. And I recommend each and every person, even myself, to be more disciplined than today, you know. So that's better. So what can I say? Except this I can say, but only thing I have to remember, it is better if I come to let you remember, let me remember you that thing, you know. You gonna get, if you have that kind of awareness in your life. So if you have that awareness, then somehow you can able to say something better in your life. So that matters in this current time, you know. So if you don't have that awareness, or positive signs and symptoms, they're not within you, then you feel like you got stuck. You're still chasing what other people are chasing, who the, You are living like a person who like indolent task.